So as you guys might know, might not know, depends on whether you've watched my previous videos, I'm pretty focused on healthy way of living, on peaceful way of living, and how to embrace that, as I was learning to do that in recent years and was actually pretty successful in that, and still know and believe in what I would say before about peace, about health and stuff. However, I'm a little more complex of a human than just what I teach, right? Or what I want to believe in. I also have humanity to me. And right now it's hitting hard. So recently, I'm just going to share with you, right off the bat, I had a moment a month ago where I recalled the trauma that happened to me when I was 2 years old, and that I repressed it. That I repressed because it was so painful. It came to me and I just started having absolute breakdown, and just felt the fear just like I would be a 2-year-old child, and suddenly realized that it was something that was following me throughout my life. That kind of fear in my subconscious. And I was like, as I always felt like I was more in pain than I should be as a normal human being. I was like, no way, like I have to resolve this, because I know it's stopping me from many things that I want to accomplish in areas of life that can bring me joy, because I love my work and I love to work in a way that connects me in truth, me and my truth, and other people's truth, and it brings kind of all of this together. And it's really meaningful to me. But for example, social ways for me have been difficult in many ways for many reasons. So maybe I'll try to explain a little bit about that, because it's now being triggered. So I had a vision of, or mostly feeling of trauma. I don't think I still recall the full picture of it. And I knew I needed to get away. I needed to do something practical about it, because as a 2-year-old child, I couldn't, but still felt in my soul like my reaction of that child was like, I need to do something about it. And so I wanted to be that adult person and do something about it. However, it was a very demanding thing. Like it took a lot of practical moves to do that, and to me it's difficult because I don't know, let's say I'm single, but also, so for a single woman who also has difficulties, and also it's hard for me to ask for help from others, and at the same time I'm not quite single, because I actually was in a relationship, just was an unclear relationship because, like I was saying, social difficulties, because we didn't set that clearly enough. And I mean, for me it was clear enough, but as you can now tell, it wasn't for the situation I was in. So it was like I really did have to do it on my own, and still was trying to give more to another person during all this. And in recent days I just realized I was heavily betrayed by that person, and I don't want to blame him, because it's a complex thing, a relationship, but nonetheless, objectively, I did deserve to be treated better, and with a little bit more caution then, because what happened was absolutely insensitive to all that I'm talking to you about. But he didn't have any clue though, so this is how complex human life is, I guess. Please tell me, how is your human experience? Can you relate to any of this? Because I sometimes feel like I'm the only one experiencing this kind of thing. This specifically, what I'm talking about right now. That I don't want to burden others, and there are so many complex things underneath going on. So then I end up being heavily misunderstood. I do think it's more of a my thing than society usually has to deal with on people on personal level. So yeah, I'm just kind of venting to you right now, so I don't know, I hope it's not bothering you. But I don't know, during all this I also kind of realized my own self-worth, and that what I did was quite amazing, and like it's not validated by the person that I wanted it to be validated by, but still I think I don't know, actually no, it's heartbreaking that I can't get it validated despite putting so much love into it, and I just wish it could be received in a way that it was meant to. Or yeah, I'm being kind of vague. It's not like I did it for someone, I mostly did it for myself, but like, you know how some things are so beautiful and when they can be shared with others, and a special someone, they really should be. And it's heartbreaking when something like demons of a person and pain of the person has enough power to shut it down, even though there, for me it felt clearly during some moments that love was way stronger than those demons. So these are my reflections and like just my kind of heartbreak again. You know, I keep talking about heartbreak. Before I had this year, I had also heartbreak. I think it relates to that trauma actually that I mentioned. I recalled because I don't know. I just it was heavily focused on my heart being broken. And I think until I resolve it, it's hard. It's gonna be hard to not repeat the same thing. And I feel like I'm only one step in my, I don't know, 100,000 step journey. I just took my first step right now, and it's really interesting feeling for someone who was just starting to feel like an adult. But well, anyway, I just wanted to share this with you. I think I'm being very honest with you, so I do believe in honesty and how it can somehow make others feel less alone. If it does, please let me know. I would love to hear from you. And I don't know, it can relate in different ways, and I love to hear about your story. If something, maybe you heard something that also made you feel like, oh, I also have something in my life where I feel like only I am going through this in the whole society, but it's not true. Maybe share it in a comment, and you'll see that just saying that at least will help you understand that it's part of the whole anyway. That something about it, or bits of it, it can be embraced by another person. I want us to fight hatred with love, with seeing that no, it's not that we are disconnected from one another. It's actually the opposite. We are all connected. It's just sometimes really there's just lots of pain that needs to be released before we can see that. And you can see that by raising your voice and talking about it. So this is me talking in here is kind of this. If at least one person watches the whole video, it's gonna make me feel seen. And so thank you so much for that. And of course, I do hope you have value from it. I do believe you will in some sort of a way. But don't take my demons for yours. Don't take the other person's demons for yours. We all have to get to our own light by fighting very different demons to get there. And it's just kind of my story. So I'm gonna just finish it off for now. It's long enough. Maybe I'll update you soon or do something more constructive. We'll see. And best wishes for you.